We were thrilled to hear of our nomination for the prestigious Irish-Australian Chamber of Commerce Business Awards 2019 as Startup of the Year. But Barry, seriously, what's this about giving an Irishman who talks for a living 2 minutes to tell everyone how great he is? The Irish are well known as a nation of talkers. We're also well known for being globetrotters, often settling down in the far-flung corners of the world in order to make our way in the world, with dreams of returning back to Ireland with a suitcase full of cash to retire in our later years. Probably easier to be living abroad these days, with technology such as FaceTime and Facebook and WhatsApp helping us to stay in regular contact with our family and friends, and Twitter and online access to RTE and the likes giving us up-to-date, minute-by-minute account of what's going on back in Ireland. However, being an expatriate does create more complex financial situations. We leave assets behind us such as pensions, investment properties, prize bonds, or maybe like myself, you became an accidental landlord due to having to rent your home out in order to pay your mortgage. So while relocating to the far side of the world is a pretty exciting thing to do, it's not without its challenges. And there's certainly no guide on how to be an expat. Here in Australia, I speak to a lot of people who've got a property back home and they're unaware of their revenue obligation to appoint a local tax collection agent, effectively someone who's residing in Ireland, responsible for the collection of the income tax on their rental property, or the consequences of not appointing a local tax collection agent. I've yet to speak to anyone who is aware of the piece of revenue legislation that was introduced in December 2017, which can, if someone doesn't transfer their pension out of Ireland, trap that pension in Ireland, and as a result you end up paying double tax in retirement on the income and cannot benefit from a double taxation agreement that may be in place with the country that you're now living in. Mortgage payers pay on average 80% more than their European counterparts. There are banks out there and there are mortgage deals which are specifically designed for people living abroad, which can save you a lot of money. So who are Imperius Wealth and why should you vote for us? Imperius Wealth, to our knowledge, are the only company operating in Australia that are also licensed not just in Ireland but in the UK. This means our planners are qualified in those various jurisdictions, we're regulated and held accountable in those jurisdictions, and we have the expertise and our ear to the ground in all of those places in order to help you to create plans which avoid you being impacted negatively by some of the things that I've mentioned earlier on. Think of us as your own personal department of financial planning. I myself have been helping Irish and British expatriates successfully manage their money since 2003. I'll finish by letting you in on a little challenge I have myself on a regular basis, and that's when I'm asked what I do for a living. Now that's not because I'm ashamed of what I do, to the contrary. Some of the most generous people, professionals with their time I've ever met are financial planners. No, the reason that I sometimes struggle with explaining what I do is because those two words, financial planner, they seem awfully inadequate to describe exactly what we do and the role we play in people's lives. Good financial planners are strategists, problem solvers, coaches, mentors, sounding boards, and critical friends. We're here to tell you what you need to hear and not what you think you want to hear. And finally, holding your feet to the fire of your good intentions. Great financial planners can be one of the most important people in your life. So please vote for Imperius Wealth as Business Startup of the Year. Gura Mahagath. We were thrilled to hear of our nomination for the 2019 prestigious British. We were thrilled to hear of our nomination for the prestigious Australian. My mother herself, along with some of her brothers and sisters, did it themselves back in the 70s.
What did they do?
And finally, we hold your fire to the feet.